Baby, can I ask you something? Since when have you been afraid? Since when have we become so fearful of our own dreams that it's become normal? I know what you're thinking. No, 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 I know what I want, girl. I'm not afraid of that. When you overthink, when you make excuses, when you say no and sit in the house to just even going outside because who knows who you might meet and who may see you, that is being afraid, my dear. Since when did the person who dreams so big become the person who overthinks everything? When did you start believing that the life you wanted was too far away? Is it because you let one experience in the past dictate how your entire future is going to play out? I realized for me, I almost declined an opportunity because of something that happened 3 years ago. I was invited to Los Angeles recently, and my homeboy was telling me to do the things that you're doing, you should be around more people who are also doing it, keep you in that mindset, keep you goal oriented and driven and hungry. And I am, but I get what he was saying. It's the environment, it's the atmosphere, it's being in the spaces where the doors are already open. But I felt so apprehensive about Los Angeles because of when I went 3 years ago, who I was. I felt so inadequate. I felt so ugly. I felt so unseen. And the woman that I was with is very beautiful and very known and very popular. And I just felt like a shadow in her image. And that was all I thought about with Los Angeles and kind of like this fakeness around it as well with the atmosphere and some of the people. And I know that everything is what you make it. And I was simply in spaces that were not for me. But that time stuck with me. The transformation that I had to go on myself, how I viewed myself. Like, truly, I can't hide from it. This is how I feel about me. And that was hard. And now I know that how you feel about yourself is just a projection of how other people will see you. But it hurt being someone else's shadow when I'm a whole main character. And I didn't even realize that I was a main character until that Los Angeles trip. I had to really sit with that invitation and why I felt so apprehensive, despite that being 3 years ago. And knowing what I know today, I was afraid of becoming the version of myself that I used to be. I was afraid of continuing to not be seen, or even worse, be seen, but my image and my essence not being enough to open the doors to the rooms that I know I belong in. I didn't want to feel like I'm about to go to Los Angeles and chase my dreams and really align with my dreams. I'm so tired of feeling like I have to chase something that is already mine. But this fear of feeling like I'm not enough, even when I know I am because of past experiences, when I wasn't enough because I didn't see my enoughness. And again, how you feel is then a projection of how everyone will treat you. It is how your goals and your ambitions will also treat you. Everything will evade you when you are evading yourself and you do not get to the crux of why you are the way you are. So I'm having all these deep thoughts about LA. And now I'm thinking to myself, how many opportunities have I been saying no to or downplaying myself in because I'm protecting a version of myself that doesn't even exist anymore? How many opportunities have I not fully been showing up for because I'm protecting myself, a version of myself that no longer a version of myself that no longer needs to be protected because she's not here anymore. I'm not the same person I was 3 years ago, or even 6 months ago, or even last month. I am ever evolving, and the way that I show up ever evolves. But my message and who I am and my values and my life's purpose stays the same. I really wanted to have that dialogue because the title of this video is Since When Have You Been Afraid? And I wanted that to be so, and I wanted that to be so generic because it applies to everyone. For me, it's in the lens of travel. That's what I do, that's who I am. But when it comes to our dreams and making the life that we want inevitable, I want to challenge you to ask yourself, since when have you been afraid? I really had to talk to myself, and I said, and I'm thinking all these thoughts about LA and, oh, what if I go? And then I spend all this money to get there and nothing happened. Since when have you been afraid to travel? Even if the unlikely if that nothing shifts, I still shift because I still get to go somewhere and experience life and do the thing that I love to do anyway. And I no longer allow myself to dictate my life's experiences and my life's worth based on what does or does not happen. I know what is happening for me, whether it will happen tomorrow, in 3 months, or a year from now, it's still going to happen. And I have lived my life for so long, challenging my worth on the level of success that I desire and having it not come yet, and feeling so unworthy of being happy. Being happy, especially as a Capricorn woman. Oh my gosh, Capricorns, I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, literally, baby, since when have you been afraid to travel? Make it make sense, girl. I ask the same to you. Since when have you been afraid? Since when have you been afraid to go after your fucking life? Take that shit back. It's your life, damn it. Maybe it's not the place or the story or the thing, the activity that's the problem. Maybe it's the story that you have attached to it. And maybe it's time to write a new one. Peace and love. Ashe.